Hi everyone, I've been asked to give a video statement. Quite difficult to do because as much as I've been asked legally not to comment and everything else, you almost find you have to defend yourself against such serious allegations that's been made. Maybe I don't want to keep it too long. I'll start historically. Let's go back 2.5 years. I got on with most people. My name wasn't blackened. Got on with most people in the industry that I work in. I separated from my former partner. She then came out, called me fake, everything under the sun, and then started her own business in competition with mine, which is a bit ironic if she then blackens my name to then start her own. But I'm not going into all that. She's moved on, I've moved on, I wish her all the best. But then shortly after, there was quite a serious allegation made against me that's still being dealt with. But from then, things started spiraling out of control. And I started getting trolled by a certain group, who to this day still claim that they're going to try and take me down. And then the Walter Mitty Hunters group were contacted by said group. Alright, so I believe so. So I've been led to believe. Now look, I'm going to be straight to the point and say I have got a couple of apologies to make, and I've already done this publicly. I said something totally outrageous once on a video, and I let my mouth run out away with myself sometimes, and yeah, I don't lie, but I can sometimes just let myself run away with myself sometimes. So I said something very flippant, and it didn't come out, or it didn't sound how it was meant to sound in my head. And I did meant to say that I saw something, saw some bad stuff. And hand on my heart, I still stand by that. But it came out very offensive to veterans, and for that, I wholeheartedly apologise, and I wish I could take it back. I can't have said it now, and I keep apologising. But I feel like I'm being made to suffer for that forever. But that's all I've done wrong, literally. The stuff about the SAFA, that wasn't a lie. I was asked to go to Retford to meet with some mental health professionals, and they asked about my history, and I told them that I've worked in the Middle East, and I told them that number one, I went out there for IT first, and then I told them exactly the history, and they knew that I worked on an army base and on a oil rig, or an oil base, sorry. And mental health workers' words were, let's explore. There's a medical professional, I don't even know what it is, it's a charity or whatever, called SAFA, let's explore the opportunity. Me being me, I opened my mouth. Turns out, even I don't know anything about them, but I went straight on the live stream that night, opened my mouth, like I always do, and it got picked up. So again, for that, I desperately apologise. The mental health worker did contact me and ask for a service number. I said, please listen, I'll take this out of context. I didn't have a service number per se. What they wanted were contractor numbers. I've never heard anything else back, so obviously it's a no-go. I didn't know the ins and outs. I didn't know they will only supply support to people who've been in the armed forces. That's it. There's nothing else to it, okay? It's been taken totally out of context. And I have to explain this on multiple occasions. But I am guilty of opening my mouth and offending people. And for that, I hold my hands in the air and I offer a desperate apology. Okay? But those two things are the only things I have ever done wrong. Yeah. Under no circumstances. I mean, it's really upsetting me when I'm being accused of not losing a friend. I really did lose a friend. Okay. I'm not going to go into the circumstances around it. I lost a friend. And I saw a friend die out there. That is it. Okay. But I'm being made to suffer every day now. I've been asked to explain how this has all affected me. Every day I'm getting bombarded with different things. They have literally gone back to every single employer from day one, from that I've ever put down in writing. They've been in contact with every friend that I've ever publicly spoken to on the internet, to all my exes. I mean, what kind of reference source is an ex? I mean, I went through a bloody custody case with my ex-wife 15 years ago. I mean, we literally hate the living bones off each other. And you went to her with it. I mean, it's kind of fucking horrible. As a consequence, it caused a lot of trouble between me and my son. Me and my son had a bond that was unbreakable. Always been in his life. I mean, she's full of shit anyway, but I'm not going to get into her. Then you go to my most previous ex, and I'm not even going to go into her either. But these you can't class as biased references, literally, or unbiased references. You go after my family. You go after my business. Personal attacks. Have I always been truthful about everything? Of course not, nobody has. Yeah? I'm not what you're making me out to be. I ain't no Walt. True people who steal valour will be those that steal valour from the armed forces that claim to have been in the military and wear medals upon their chest. I've never done anything like that. Never, ever. I mean, whatever I say is going to get twisted and say I'm using it as an excuse. Yeah. Down to the fact that I'm a very ill man, and even that will get used against me because you're saying, well, no, you're not. I am. The breathing problems I have, you'll say, well, it's down to you smoke 60 fags a day. Well, it's not. It literally isn't. The breathing issue I have is the fact that half my brain's fucked. I have a hypothalamus issue. But most people out there that's been criticising me are neuroscientists, I suppose, do you know? I have my tablets I'm on. I don't even drive anymore, do you know? Every day is literally a struggle, and I still try and maintain to work. And the claims that I don't pay tax, I mean, I pay more than my fair share in tax, you know? Yeah, I folded a limited business. I've done 2 limited businesses in my lifetime. One about 7 years ago, and one recently. One, I'll be honest with you, I opened it up so I could carry on working throughout the pandemic. But to be honest with you, we did it for the Amazon Prime project. So we had to have our own production company. Amazon Prime then dropped all independent filmmakers. It was public. So we closed the business down. But the business that I run, or the self-employment I do, we do our tax returns. I pay taxes. It's as simple as. Yeah? I've more than paid my taxes over the years. So if I am poorly, or if I do get medical help, or if I did get PIP, which seems to be such an issue for so many people, my life expectancy is a lot shorter than most people's out there. Okay? And I shouldn't have to, but people are like saying, well, we want proof of your illnesses. Fine, I'll provide the proof. You know, most people that's worked with me, even the former teammates, will know the amount of tablets I'm on, the amount of injections I have to take every day. But it's all the body shaming, you know, and I just think it's repulsive what's happened. And I think it's become somewhat of an obsession. I've never known or never seen any evidence to see that the Walter Mitty Hunters Club have ever gone after anyone as much as they've gone after us. We've never dedicated a YouTube channel to a target. We've never covered somebody as much as they've covered us. Is it because we've got such a following? I don't know. Is it because of who's driving them? Maybe. Is it because of the information they've been given? Quite potentially. Now, do we disagree with what their aim is? No. If someone steals a valor in a way that I believe is wrong, so let's say if someone claims to have been in the armed forces and makes money from it, then great. Go after them. But not someone like us, okay? And there's a bit of a misunderstanding of how we make money, okay? People think that we make money from those that are in suffering. So here's an example. Did you know there's a policy? I never read for anyone, charge anyone for readings that need readings. Do you know that? We only charge people who treat it as a leisure activity, and there's many out there that will testify to that. Plus I stopped doing readings. I've not been doing them for a while now, and I only started back doing them for a couple of months, and I've not been doing them for the last 2 years previous to that. We get paid to go out ghost hunting, to provide content. We get paid via ad breaks. We don't get many stars. We never ask. We're one of the few content creators you'll see out there. We never ask for stars, and we get paid literally via ad breaks. So when people say we're conning folk, I don't understand how that is. I want to explain about the people keep saying about the NHS Scotland thing. One of my business colleagues, I don't mind mentioning his name, he won't mind because I'm telling the truth on this. Former colleague Dano came to me with a problem. It was when the pandemic first started. He'd been contacted by a lady called Helen. She had said that one of her neighbours or a friend or a contact, I can't remember who, her children were left without a mum or a dad because they were both nurses, both frontline workers who had died from COVID. Dano came in quite a state actually, and he says, can we help them? And I'm like, yeah, do what you need to do. So Dano's wife started a GoFundMe. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with my PayPal. Nothing at all. It's still available. You can see it all on the internet. You can see the live stream still on the internet. Okay. So I'm just going to cover a few things I've been accused of. It was all done under his wife's name and his name. Nothing to do with me. But because it was done on my channel, all it said was psychic doot. So literally, the conversations took place between Dano and this lady. We raised a lot of money overnight, literally, and it all went to GoFundMe. There was no PayPal donations, nothing. Overnight, I got a phone call from the Glasgow Times. They felt really sorry for me because we'd been conned. Dano then made the phone call, and it turns out that the woman was sat crying, and it was the young lady that had died. It was her mum that Dano was on the phone to. She was sat crying, yes, I have lost my daughter, but we were too embarrassed to tell you that she died from something else, and it turned out to be something she was ashamed of, not COVID. So instantly we contacted GoFundMe and asked for all money to be refunded. I went live and told them. That's it, literally. Dano did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Dano's wife did nothing wrong. The newspaper backed us up. I look at the Glasgow Times. They were very sympathetic to us. They covered the whole thing. But you keep using that as a backstory that I duped somebody. Okay? But in the same evening, it was reported that I offered to pay for somebody's headstone. Yes, I did. But somebody else came forward and did it. The live is still up on my Facebook. On my YouTube. Go and watch it. You'll see it all. But then more of a story transpired from it, which I'm not going to go into. But that relinquished my responsibility. But people aren't putting this full story out there. They're just writing shit about me. Okay? So that's 2 accusations that aren't being covered properly that these guys are using as a smearing campaign against me. Literally. So there's some more accusations that I think these guys are covering in the video. But what I want to know is, okay, you've gone after me. I'm big enough to stick up for myself. But can I ask, what's my wife done in all this? Are you claiming that she's stolen Bella? Why go after her business? Why ask everyone to report her for fraud? That business has nothing to do with me, my crystal shop. That is hers and her son together. Nothing to do with me. So why? You made our lives live in hell. As I say, I'm a very, very unwell man. You claim to not go after anyone that's not got mental health issues or a history of depression. That is on your website. Now, you claim to have done all your research on me. There's tons and tons of video that shows what I've been through and the mental health struggles I've been through. There was the time I disappeared, the time I ended up in hospital. There were videos done about me being in hospital. There's everything. Clear shining signs of mental health. But you just laughed about it. Yeah. Do my family need this? And I don't know, it's just destroyed me, literally. All I do, so I don't understand how you can call us con people. How do we con people? And then I'm going to prove this soon because I'm going to show you the analytics of our site. You claimed that somebody dumped 7,000 stars to us. And we says, oh well, the money's ours now. The biggest ever stars donation we have ever got was 5,000 stars, which is 50 quid. And that was from a gentleman called Malcolm. And I will prove that. So, where did that story come from? Is that something you've been told? Because if that's correct, maybe a bit of fact checking first. Again, you'll never find anywhere me asking for stars. That is a donation tool that every content creator is given once they reach a certain standard. So we go out and offer free entertainment, and I say entertainment because it is entertainment we offer. People choose to watch us. That doesn't make us con people, okay? It clearly states on our website that it should be classed as entertainment purposes because it is a legal requirement that we put that. And it's for over 18s. Yes, we do have vulgar mouths, but again we claim classes over 18s. So what are we doing wrong? Seriously. I've apologised for the statements I made, and I wholeheartedly apologise for that. 15 years ago, no sorry, not 15 years ago, probably 12 years ago when I used to live in Blidworth, I was advertising any way I could. I was starting out just coming out of full-time work as IT, yeah? And I was doing some part-time work, and I was advertising being a medium. I was doing stage shows, doing everything. And it was back when I used to think that charging for mediumship were okay. And I advertised everywhere. I did NHS discounts, and anywhere like Armed Forces, NHS, I used to offer discounts. So I used to advertise on the NHS discount site, the Armed Forces discount site. But it's been made out that that was a recent thing. That was from literally 12 years ago when I lived in Lidworth. So that's been made out that that was a recent thing. No, that's like 12 years ago, literally. You ask them. But then someone said, oh, John's using this to con vulnerable veterans. No, not at all. Okay. I did the same with NHS, I did the same with every other kind of public service. And it was just me trying to promote the same way as any other business person. Since then, I don't charge for mediumship services, okay? Ask many who's had free readings from me. Whether you believe in what I do or you don't. That's just a religious belief system or not, you know? It's just what my belief is. But one point I do want to stick on. People believe that I stayed in a job for so long. Like my last job that was on LinkedIn, I stayed there for 6 months and I left. And then I never bothered updating LinkedIn since, just for those that are obsessed with my LinkedIn. Yeah. So when I did do some self-employed security work, why would I stick on LinkedIn? For those that are obsessed on the timeline, that was it. Okay. I have got images of my passport that do have stamps on it, and I will try and provide it to the video makers before they make this video live. I'm just trying to point out the kind of the impact that this has had on my life. It's horrendous. My family shouldn't have to go through this. Yeah, I'm sorry I've took so long explaining, but to be called a con man and a tax evader, not true. Not true at all. In no way do I con anyone. I go out and offer free entertainment. Nobody has to pay. If someone wants to pay for extra content, that's out of their choice. But there are probably 100 other ghost hunting groups that do the same. We're just one of them. Okay? And if you're going to target people for that, go and target the other 99 groups. We're just one of the bigger ones. If that's the case, that you're targeting us for that, then that's not fair. Other than that, that's all I've got to say at the moment. So, thank you for watching. So I anticipate something bad's going to happen to me after they release this video. I don't know what consequences are going to come. They are obviously going to target me even more, but it just can't carry on. It's horrendous. I've not done what they've said. Just want to make it clear that I'm not behind the breaking of the Walter Mitty page that they're claiming I am. They did make me a temporary mod editor just so I could trust them, but I fucked that up. But they have helped me an awful lot. I want to thank the video makers for trying to give me a chance to at least get my point across. I just want to get on with doing my own stuff, doing my own job, without getting targeted. They have targeted our Facebook page. It has had consequences, not gonna lie. They're now trying to target our YouTube page. Their idea is to stop our earnings, to stop anything. Just needs to stop now. You've done your exposure. What else can you do? There's been many threats that you just want me dead, and you won't stop until I am. After this statement I've given, there won't be no further comments from me publicly about the Walter Mitty Hunters Club. My Facebook, YouTube and JoJo's page, other than the reaction video that I'll be doing the night after this is released, just so all my viewers get to see it. But other than that, I will be leaving the crime reference number or the incident number on my Facebook page, just so people know that the police are involved, if people want to check it up. I'm also going to leave details so they know that I have got the MP involved. And just to say that on a private level, we're not leaving it. Whatever these guys are at us, we're not leaving it. Do I want them to stop doing what they're doing in the way that they're doing it? Yes. Do I think that they should be exposing true people that are stealing ballot? Absolutely. To do it legally, without fabricated evidence and without bullying. Absolutely. But that's all I've got to say. Thank you.